Stay tuned as we show you how small spaces are becoming the brand new big trend when it comes to design. Life on Mars, the Home Makeover Show. I'm Jennings, and I created 6 casual luxury design principles for renovating or designing any space in your home. My casual luxury designs are the answer to any design dilemma, and I'll show you how. This season, we really wanted to start with variety, for sure. But we also, at the same time, we decided to launch Jennings Real Estate. By doing that, we had no idea just how popular the brand would be, and of course, my services. But who would have thought the moment I launched the real estate business, I would also really fall into the world of rental design. What do I mean by that? So we're starting off with Stony Brook Cottage, a lovely little cape in the village of Westport. We also had another opportunity of doing a rental complex in downtown Westport, not far away. So here are 2 great opportunities. The big challenge is that I have to do this, and I have to do this quickly by selling Stony Brook Cottage, and we also want to do rental complex Belden Place. Sales, rentals, tight timeline. Can we do it? So let me tell you about Stony Brook Cottage. Stony Brook Cottage is traditionally a cape. It's 1,400 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths. And this transformation is really going to be about taking your visual connection to a space and elevating it by how we stage it and create these lifestyle vignettes. One of the most exciting things about Stony Brook Cottage is its location. For the last 24 years since I've lived here at Rosebrook Gardens, I would pass that house frequently. So when the owners gave me an opportunity to actually sell it, I was all over it. Branding it, and of course, acknowledging the beautiful brook that runs along the back of the yard. One thing that you haven't seen in this space is before we actually started bringing some of the furnishings in and accessories, we did a little bit of painting. This was all very, very dated floral print. A lot of blue, so it spoke very loudly. And one of the things I wanted to do right away was to neutralize that. Any great stager will begin by really stripping back everything and just highlighting what really works in a space.
I have to say I kind of like that wallpaper. I'm surprised you got rid of it.
Because you grew up with all that wallpaper. So you felt like you were back in Canada. This is America. No border wallpaper, that's out. Did you apply the wallpaper yourself, or?
Oh, no, that was back when you had to make the paste and all that stuff. So that was the kids were out of the room, my parents did that.
Wow.
And they were not cursing kind of people, but I'm sure if they were, there would have been a lot of cursing.
Right next to the living room, we go into the kitchen area. It is a good size kitchen. We're not going to paint, we're not going to change any of the appliances as you would normally see in a makeover show. We're just going to simply take what is here and accessorize it and create an inviting kitchen that's well appointed but also beautiful to look at. It is an eat-in kitchen. I have the challenge of the back deck and a door here, but I am prepared to create a really beautiful feature wall here, some nice seating, and take advantage of this being a little zoned area that you could have a little bit of coffee, read your paper, and still feel that you are in the kitchen, but yet a little lovely little vignette. One of my biggest challenges when it came to Stony Brook Cottage was the kitchen. Because it did not have a dining room, I also knew I needed to create and carve out a dining area as well. But there's also a door very close to that area. And then I also wanted to add some decorative details by putting a small scale island, changing the light fixture. So how can I make this all work and have it be functional and not overwhelming in a space. That's going to be a big challenge for me, and hopefully by not having a dining room and setting that up as an eat-in kitchen area, I still take it to the finish line. We have 2 bedrooms on this floor, and we have a full bath, and then we have a master bedroom upstairs, and then we have 2 very tiny rooms. One is going to be a nursery, and it's going to be a girls' nursery because I love doing nurseries. And the second one's going to be a little boy's bedroom. So you will see how that all comes together, of course, and that's going to be all about the furnishings and the accessories. The key is to get someone to walk in the door and immediately say, "This is my house." And if I can make them make that decision faster by the lifestyle vignettes and the casual chic environment that I'm creating, then I've done my job. The question is, can I do it quickly? So here's my punch list. I'm going to paint the fireplace, paint all the rooms as well, neutralizing their color tones, and also updating all the lighting. Then I'm going to select some of the cutest, best scaled furniture that tells a story of living in this lovely little cape. Coming up, part 2 of the staging project, Belden Place. Well, I love the fact that it is light and bright. Great energy in this space.
Now more than ever, your home is your haven. Now more than ever, the comfort and function of your home matters. For 88 years, Ethan Allen Quality has furnished American homes. And now, when it matters the most, we are opening our doors sensibly to service you safely. Ethan Allen Quality, service and reliability. Now more than ever.
I just finished up doing my walkthrough at Stony Brook, and now it's time to take a look inside Belden Place. Once that's done, the real fun can begin. It was just a matter of time before my phone rang again. I guess I'm becoming a rental king when my buddy Sam Galt called me on a new development that he restored and renovated. It's a great building right here in Westport on 201 Main Street. So he gave me the challenge of renting 14 units here. Well, in order to do that, I got to get a good understanding of what the units look like, as well as staging with some casual luxury design details. Let's take a look. Love it, smart key access. Well, I love the fact that it is light and bright. Great energy in this space. When I walked into Belden Place and I got to see the unit that I was going to stage, a 2-bedroom unit, I was so delighted. New appliances, fresh paint, great light fixtures. So I had a very clean palette. So all I had to really focus on was finding the perfect furnishings that would tell the story of you want to live here. So we have a balcony. We are looking right at the water. This is where we get our ideas as to what it should feel like indoors. Mother Nature is providing us with a palette of color tones. These colors, to create harmony and to make this room feel right, I'm going to pull on those colors to make it part of an extension of the outdoors. We also have this space, which is really going to be somewhat challenging. This is where we really have to think about size and scale. One of the challenges that I really was struggling with for Belden Place was that we have a kitchen, dining room, and living room all within one area. So your sight line is looking into each one. Very creatively, I'm going to have to think of a way to get furnishings in there that don't take a lot of visual space but give you functionality. That's going to be a hunt. So this is considered a 2-bedroom. You have these wonderful barn doors. Again, more great light, a closet, so it's technically a bedroom. So instead of like setting this up as a traditional bedroom, I think we should probably go with maybe a sofa with a pull-out bed, a console, a TV. Make this a place you want to just hang out, and relax and watch movies. But in a pinch, if you need that second bedroom, you have it. And I think it'll be perfect.
So, you know, fortune has smiled on you for sure. You've got two projects happening at the same time. They're very different from each other, but they are both small spaces, which fits into the theme of the season, which is great. Lots of different stuff happening. But how are you going to do that? Like, who are you going to bring on board?
Who are you going to call? I am going to ask and beg and get on my knees if I have to. But I was thinking, Cheryl, Millie Rays.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think it'd be perfect? I mean, she's opening a brand new boutique flagship store in Westport.
Well, and I think her stuff too, she understands this place really well, this market, right, and all of the stuff in it. So I think it's a perfect match. I think it's great.
Oh, Cheryl, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
I need to ask you for a favor. Actually, it's more than just one favor. It's two favors. Cheryl is such a great person. I've known her for years. We have worked together on different design projects, but I'm not really sure if she's going to embrace this brand new idea that I have of doing two spaces. Never mind one, two. Okay, so I have this wonderful opportunity right now. If we take the Millie Rays brand and services and we infuse it with casual luxury for a house, a little tiny house, little cape, but at the same time, could we possibly also show that if you don't own a home, if you're a renter, how casual luxury has no boundaries, and we can also infuse great design in a space that's not yours. So it's not all about, okay, I own a home, but I can live in a lifestyle that makes me very comfortable, but the brand also works.
Even if I'm renting.
Even if I'm renting. So in that split second where she's not giving me an answer and I can't read her, I am getting extremely worried because I'm wondering, what happens if she says no? What's my plan B? I don't have a plan B.
Exceptional products, personal service. Galt Stone and Landscape Supplies offers both professionals and homeowners one of the largest selections of natural and man-made stone in New England. From small projects to complete renovations and new construction, incorporating stone indoors or outdoors can completely transform a space. Visit our showrooms in Westport and Bethel for an interactive stone experience, or browse our expansive stone selection online at galtstone.com. Galt puts you first.
I need to ask you for a favor. Actually, it's more than just one favor. It's two favors. So in that split second where she's not giving me an answer and I can't read her, I am getting extremely worried because I'm wondering, what happens if she says no? What's my plan B? I don't have a plan B. I know, I'm really sucking up, right? Because I could really use your help. Do you think you could help me with that?
Yeah.
She was on board. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so we have some shopping to do. We definitely want to have some elephants in both of the spaces, and I know elephants are very dear to you
Yes, they are.
and me. So let's have that little signature nod in both of the spaces.
You got it.
I think it's a perfect match. I think it's great. She understands this place really well, this market, right, and all of the stuff in it.
And you know, every time I've brought you there, I always remember you saying to me is that, wow, Mar, if you were going to have a retail store, it would look like that, right?
That's totally true. And thank you for not remembering all the times that I break things. But it is one of those places that has your aesthetic for sure. But everything in there is really beautifully curated. And I mean, you know, you always want to take something with you. It's a great spot. And they're so nice in there.
And I do. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So here's my goal for Stony Brook. I want to design the space by staging it beautifully with Millie Rays furnishings. Stony Brook Cottage is going to be driven by more of a shabby chic kind of vibe. And then I want to sell it quickly, and then I want to have the opportunity of selling everything in the space. Belden Place should be a very beach kind of community vibe. I want to be able to stage the unit and use it as how people can see themselves living in Belden Place. I want to make that our model showcased home. An old baker table gets a whole new life. A lot of buyers come into a space and it's already designed in somebody else's style and taste and furnishings. When it comes to staging, what you do is you really show how people can live in the space. So you highlight some of the benefits of what makes the room, and I speak of room because each room has its own vibe, and how people can utilize it. You don't clutter it up, you just tell more of a little story of how the space can be used. So this is all taking place and there's a lot of moving parts, and of course, on top of it, I'm going to be a presenter at the Emmys. So how much more can I do? You'll be surprised. But when it comes to being a presenter at the Emmys, I will do whatever it takes. You can count on me to be there.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mr. Last, I think. And I think Stevie represents all the nominees that did not win. Here we go. And the Emmy Award goes to...
After the Emmys in Boston, it was time to get back to Westport because there's still so much to do. With Team Mar and Team Millie Rays, we stayed Stony Brook and put it on the market within a week. So let's meet the lucky family.
Hi, we're the Bach family.
As America's top lifestyle expert, it's important for me to have a reliable mobile network. That's why I like Pulse Cellular with their premium unlimited wireless plans. Now that's amazing. The best part? If you sign up today using the promo code MARTV, you'll get an additional 10% off your monthly wireless bill for as long as you stay with Pulse Cellular. Switch to Pulse Cellular for the best wireless experience. Let's recap Stony Brook. I did the initial walkthrough to get some wonderful ideas. I then went to Millie Rays and managed to convince Cheryl to come on board. With Team Mar and Team Millie Rays, we stayed Stony Brook and put it on the market within a week. Thereafter, we had multiple showings and offers. Stony Brook is officially sold, so let's meet the lucky family.
Hi, we're the Bach family. We've been looking for about a year, and we've been looking in Weston and Wilton and Ridgefield, and the listing popped up and we saw the rendering of the house. And a lot of times you click on that and the pictures don't match the rendering, but the pictures actually exceeded that. And the next morning we were there, first thing. We probably knew we wanted to make an offer the second we saw the house from the outside, and we just fell in love. Each room was just so enchanting, charming, cozy, just beautiful. And the fact that all 3 bedrooms were upstairs, it was just meant to be. Mar and Millie Rays had staged the house beautifully, and we knew we had to have some of that furniture. It was fantastic. You know, Mar has a really great reputation. He's got a very interesting and different way. He's very hands-on, which I really appreciated. And it really was about finding us the best home. And I knew that Mar was being honest and open with us, and that it just was a really easy transaction, which in a real estate is hard to come by. So we were really grateful to both our realtor and Mar for working so well together.
My 6 casual luxury design principles totally transformed this new space.
Whether inside or out, he's the guy. 6 clever principles for you to try. Learn casual luxury and you'll agree. Life on Mars is the place to be. tears it down, brings it to life. His principles will guide and revive. Learn casual luxury and you'll agree. Life on Mars is the place to be.
Represent Mother Nature. Embrace light and reflection. Natural materials and colors. Repeat shapes and patterns. Repurpose. Consider size and scale. Now it's time to deconstruct Stony Brook and have an accessory and furniture sale. So we had one day of sales, and Team Mar and Millie Rays and her staff are all on hand. This is a crucial time because this is where our decisions are validated and tell us whether or not they work. I must say this is the most thrilling part, to see our end result come together with the ability to send out all these beautiful things to the public. Of course, it is a wonderful story from beginning to end. We had a fantastic day. People came, they found things that they love, and of course, Cheryl, that was a great way to say thank you to Cheryl and Millie Rays. But don't worry, Belden Place is going to be on fire before you know it. So what makes Belden Place so unique and special? Well, it's located in the heart of the village of Westport downtown. It's on the Saugatuck River with beautiful views. There's swans that live there, and they just had babies. So it's the place to live for everyone. My 6 casual luxury design principles totally transformed this new space.
Whether inside or out, he's the guy. 6 clever principles for you to try. Learn casual luxury and you'll agree. Life on Mars is the place to be. Whether he tears it down, brings it to life. His principles will guide and revive. Learn casual luxury.
Represent Mother Nature. Embrace light and reflection. Natural materials and colors. Repeat shapes and patterns. Repurpose. Consider size and scale. And there you have it. I must say I am still so elated and thrilled to have the recent success with Stony Brook Cottage. The family came in and they loved it. They certainly saw the casual luxury design, and of course partnering with Cheryl and Millie Rays has been such a fantastic journey. But now as we move forward and show you how casual luxury can even work for a rental, it really underscores how the brand itself, casual luxury, is so versatile. Casual luxury has no boundary. It is definitely the cure to any design dilemma, no matter if you're buying a house, renovating it, or even renting. I'm Jennings. Until next time, keep it casual.
Life